So today I'm going to be showing you how I usually make my HEYLOG type beats. I usually like to start by finding samples on SoundCloud. So if you go to the related tracks of a bunch of these core TikTok type sounds on SoundCloud, you can find a lot of old tracks from 8 years ago with not that many plays, and they're usually really good to sample. So this is one I found today. Make sure it's all quantized correctly with all the warp markers on beat. And then I like to start to add drums. For my HEYLOG type beats, I love to use two drum kits mainly. The 31 Sentinel drum kit that just recently dropped, it's super fire. And then also my drum kit, which is a bunch of sounds that I created. And I'll link both of these in the description below. And then for 808s, I love to layer two 808s together. And for the melody, the first thing I like to add is an extra pad. Serum is my favorite VST for that stuff right now. Specifically all the Shinju Serum banks, they're really fire. So if you convert the audio to harmony, you can start to build up quite easily what the chords are. Some of the notes are wrong, so you have to remove those. Then I like to play with the main melody as well. So I EQ it to remove the lows. So I normally just reverse it and pitch it up an octave. And I also added this guitar rig preset called Indie Lo-Fi. And then for the lead, I also like to use Serum. And then what I've noticed in a lot of the leads is you take the two notes that are next to each other in the scale. So that would be C sharp and D. And you go 5 notes up from the bottom one. And then in the second part of the chorus, you have to always ramp things up. So I'm adding in a second snare, which is a lot beefier. And then I like to pitch up the leads as well, an octave. And then to lead into drop parts, reversing the kick is always a really nice thing to do. So you consolidate it, reverse it, and then stretch it out a bit.
Okay.
And then for mixing, I just put on a glue compressor and that's it. I'm just leveling it as I make the track. I think it's better for it to be a little bit distorted. So that's the beat.